right, good evening, y'all. Good evening, YouTube. This is it's been a while since we put an episode up. We've been real busy at the shop. This is our New Year's Day edition of Cuts and Styles, man. I want y'all to make sure y'all check us out this year. We got a lot of stuff coming up, but we just want to start the new year off right. We want to get into a conversation today about the new year, the things you did last year that was good, that was bad. What you plan on doing this year, man? How you plan on being successful in this barber game? My name is Dre, Cuts by Dre. My man Styles with me. Introduce yourself.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy T Style. Happy New Year to all my barbers out there in YouTube. And like he said, today we're gonna be reflecting on the past year and what we got in store for New Year and what you should have in store for the new year. Yeah. So with that said, I guess I'm gonna start it off about, you know what I'm saying, since I'm the youngster of the group. Talk about last year, last year as far as, the lessons I learned from last year, so to speak. And I guess the biggest lesson from last year that I learned is that, I didn't take enough risks. Last year as a barber, trying to be successful in life, I didn't take risks, and you need to take risks if you want to be successful. So this year, I plan on taking a lot more risks, because you know how they said you have to be comfortable with not being comfortable. Okay. So this year, I plan on being real uncomfortable this year, doing a lot of things with the barbering game, doing a lot of stuff with the YouTube game. I'm planning on going to, some of the barber shows. Hope to see everybody out there, meet some people, meet some of the other barber YouTube, work with them, take my barbering game to the next level. That's going to be the first and foremost, thing for this year, is definitely to take my barbering to the next level.
All right, so when you say risk, what you mean when you say risk? You're gonna take more risk this year? What kind of risk you talking about? Calculated risk, uncalculated risk?
Probably a little combination of both, but most of them gonna be more calculated. And what I mean by taking my risk, I'm talking really jump into it and give my all to everything I do. Whether I succeed in it or I don't succeed in it, long as I know that I try, building up my clientele in the barbering game. I'm really putting my all into the YouTube, being consistent with the YouTube, learning more about YouTube, learning more about the barbering game. Just really going out there and letting nothing hold me back, and just trying everything that's kind of come my way and see how it works. And you do got to realize that just because you do a lot of stuff and you put yourself out there, everything's not gonna work. So I'm definitely expecting to not succeed at a lot of stuff. So it's gonna be more of a learning lesson.
Well, I wouldn't say that, man. You setting yourself up for failure when you say I'm not expected to succeed. Now you can't see.
No, I said I'm not expected to succeed in everything. Well, that's when you try everything. You're not gonna succeed everything. But that's why I said it's gonna be a learning experience.
But you got to expect to exceed.
Okay, then I'm gonna expect to succeed. Yeah. So when I don't succeed, it'll be a learning experience.
Yes. Don't say I'm not expected to succeed. I expect to succeed in everything I do. Whether that happens or not, but at least I expected that. I put that expectation out there and I try to put the work in. So what did you learn from last year? What do you want to do better in 2023 in this barbering game, in this barbering business that you didn't do in 2022?
Realizing that you are the master of your own destiny. You got to go out there and get your clientele. You got to go out there and put the work in. You got to put as an individual, get the training you need to be a better barber. You can't wait for nobody to do it for you. You can't wait for clientele to walk into the door for you. You got to be out there doing it. If it's social media, you got to have a social media presence if you're about that. If you're not about that, then you just got to be boots on the ground. Get out there, talk to people, hand out business cards, hand out flyers, whatever you got to do to succeed at this. This is what you got to do. If you got to get by mannequins, you got to go buy mannequins, cut on them till you learn a particular style or a cut. You have to do that. But the thing is, you have to be for me, I want to be actively engage in what I do to become a better barber and not just sitting there waiting for people to come in or expecting, like you expecting a handout, So that's what I learned, especially in this barbering game, that you got to be, you have to be the master of your own destiny when it comes to anything in life. And that goes for anything. It's just not barbering. It's just about life. You have to be there. You can't wait for none. You definitely can't play that, what you call it, that victim role. Everything that you want in life, you have to be willing to get it. Simple as that.
Okay, yeah, I can respect that. I mean, something that I learned from last year is, I got my hands in a lot of stuff, and like a lot of people do, a lot of entrepreneurs out there, a lot of barbers do more than one thing. I know a lot of barbers out there that's DJs, a lot of barbers do other things. And it's good to have a secondary income no matter what it is you're doing out there, especially with the economy, the inflation and everything. But one thing I learned last year, and I don't call it a mistake, but I learned to see where to put or focus most of my energy at. You can spread yourself too thin doing a lot of things. And there's nothing wrong with doing more than one thing, but you gotta focus on where you should put most of your energy at. Break it down, break it down into a pie chart. You might have 3 things that you're doing and you want to split the pie chart up. What's bringing you the most benefits financially? What's bringing you the most benefits in your spirit? What you love to do the most? You need to focus more time on the things that are benefiting you the most. So what I learned last year, I noticed that my barbering is my number one main income. It's been supporting me my whole career, my whole life. And I noticed that I wasn't putting enough energy towards increasing that income. Last year, I was focusing on other things, focusing more on DJing, focused on more on t-shirt print and other things that I do outside of barbering. And even though those things was bringing me income, I noticed my barbering has always brought me the most income. So this year, I plan on focusing more on barbering, increasing my barbering income at least 20% more this upcoming year, doing other things like Style said, social media presence, putting out more flyers, not just sitting around expecting customers to come. Getting out there and putting in that footwork, man, hitting the streets like the old days, putting flyers on cars, on windows on cars, hitting certain areas, certain parking lots, and even using, the mail services. It might get a little bit more expensive going through like a value pack mail service, but it could, depending on how you do it, you can make it cost effective to either go through a value pack or to get out there and hit the streets yourself. So that's one thing I'm gonna start off in January, is boosting my advertising and putting more of an effort into getting that barber business, that income up at least 20%.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be one of my goals. Definitely get my barber income up to 20%, where they can support me in the lifestyle I want. And I also wanted to say that I always forgot one of the biggest things I'm definitely gonna be focusing on this year is basically reflecting on myself, because I know this year was a bad year. We lost a lot of good people to a lot of different things. So this year I'm really gonna be focusing on who I am as a person, with my mental health. Same thing you need to do. You need to have a check-in with yourself to see how your mental is. If you need to get help, talk to somebody. You don't even have to be having an issue. It's just the fact that you can, have somebody that you can talk to, somebody you can conversate with, just to see how you doing and how they doing. You're not alone out here. You never should feel like that. You should always have somebody you can talk to, and that's one thing I'm gonna be doing. Whether that's spiritual by praying, if you're not a spiritual person, believing in yourself, you do that. Get you therapy, whatever you need to do. Check in with yourself, and you don't have to be going through anything to be checking in with yourself. You just need to be checking in with yourself. And then also on the same level is another thing that I'm gonna do this year is same thing you should be doing too, is I'm gonna try to build me a good team of people around me that can support me and make me better, make me a better barber. I already started because I got my mans over here who put it in with me and everything like that. You should have somebody also too, but I want to bring in more people that I can be surrounded with. They're gonna push me, not only push me, but challenge me to be a better barber. Because I feel like if you're being challenged, you're gonna want to do more. You can do it on your own, but when you got a partner in crime with you, or just somebody that help you, rivalry, friendly rivalry, anything like that, you both are being benefited. So, that's what I'm gonna be doing this year is building a good team of people around me. So, there's a couple more things I want to get out for this year to be looking a lot better than what it was last year.
Yeah, I agree with you, especially on the mental health thing
Yeah.
and the physical health thing, because you got to be mentally and physically strong in order to do anything out here. So definitely, if you want to reach those goals, you got to work on your mental and physical health first to make sure you're healthy enough, strong enough, mind and body to get out here and achieve the things that you want to achieve in 2023.
And also to enjoy the things you want, because hey, if you ain't in good health, how you gonna enjoy the fruits of your labor? You know what I'm saying? It's just hey, it is what it is now. So I mean, that's all good stuff that you should be doing, checking in with yourself. Yeah, like you said, spiritual, mental, and the physical. So all that stuff is what you're supposed to be doing. So anything that you think just out there that you're gonna be doing this year, just anything just real wild that you're gonna be out there try to do this year.
Well, no, I wouldn't say I just want to focus this year on, putting more time and effort into the things that are going to benefit me the most. I don't want to be all over the place trying to get money here, get money there, get money there. I really want to focus on the things, or put a bigger slice of the pie and time and energy towards the things, which is barbering, which I'm talking about, towards the things that's going to give me more gratification, more success, and just what you just want to do, what you want to do in life, man. So 2023, man, I think it's going to be a good year, man. I think it's going to be a real good year. Getting off, this is the first day of 2023 right now. We start this off January 1st. So,
yeah,
we can come back January 1st of 2024 and have a follow-up to see how this year was going to go.
Exactly. See how better we get, how better we sound, how better we look. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So, and how many people rocking with us at that time. So, yeah, that's And also this year, too, while you working hard, realize this too, that this is not it's not a sprint. You know what I'm saying? It's like a marathon. Success is not gonna happen overnight. So just because you start out slow, that don't mean nothing. Most people will start off slow. You just got to keep on going and build it up, and that slow can take a couple of months, a couple of years. I mean, hey, maybe a couple of decades. But as long as you keep on grinding and you get into the mindset that each day you do a little bit better than you did before long, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be where you want to be. And that's the advice, and this advice I'm giving to myself. So I'm gonna be what I'm speaking, I'm gonna let y'all know how it's going with it. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, by no means it will be, because you can see with this YouTube thing, we just starting out, so we constantly making a lot of mistakes. But hey, we can look back on this a year and be like, all right, we put it out there, we did it, we kept on going. It started off slow, but we built it, and look where we at now. So you know what I'm saying. So that's what I want to say too. Start something this year, and if you already start something, finish something this year. If you want to go to barber school, everybody out there, no matter how old you are, if you want to go to barber school, go out there and do it. You know what I'm saying. Don't wait for a time. It's not waiting for nobody. It's not waiting for me. It's not waiting for him, and it's definitely ain't gonna wait for you. So you seen how the year was. Go out there and do something. Don't worry about if you're gonna fail or succeed. If this is what you want to do, just go out there and do it. Have fun with it. Just put one foot in the other and do it. You know what I'm saying. This year we want to give y'all a lot more inspiration, a lot more motivation. We want y'all to rock with us so we can build that team of like-minded individuals in this barbering game on YouTube and work with a lot of people who feel the way we feel. So for this the first year, we just telling y'all, get out there and start something. Barbering, you know what I'm saying? Cooking, being a chef, going back to school. I don't care, you man, woman, whatever your race, your creed, anything like that. If your age, just get out there and do something. If you want to do it, don't be afraid to do it. Don't look for the failure. Don't look for the success. We all suck in the beginning. So just get out there and do it, So, work on yourself, check in with your spiritual health, check in with your mental health, check in with your physical, check in with yourself as a person. And when you do that, check in with one of your homeboys, see how they doing.
One thing I want to talk about too, starting off this year, is the things that can help you in your profession to make you better. And that's equipment. So, I wanted to start off real quick by talking about, in the barbering profession, man, is there any particular piece or pieces of equipment that you plan on purchasing this year that you think will up your barber game? I want both of us to answer that question. I think it's important to invest in yourself, to invest in the best equipment that you can afford to get to the next level.
That's true.
Styles,
That's true.
Is it any particular piece or pieces of equipment you're thinking about investing in this year to bring your game to the next level?
That is actually a good question. You know what I'm saying? And I am. It's two things that I plan on investing real good money in, and that is a pair of just about the reviews or none. I want to give me a good pair of the Babyliss. That's what I want to give me, a pair of good Babyliss clippers, because we have been talking about them. Because you got a pair. Which ones you got?
I got the Gold FXs and
the Boost
and the Boost.
Yeah.
And the Boost.
So I want to get a pair of the Boost. I feel like they're gonna step my game up, because from the reviews, they are faster cut. They clean, they crisp. They cut real nice. So that's what I'm investing in. And then the second thing I'm investing in is I'm investing in a few more pairs of trimmers. I need some hitters. I'm still looking for some good pair of hitters. So I'm investing in some of those. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with the cordless Andy's T-liners. I think I'm gonna go with the cordless version. The cordless version. And I'm gonna give me another pair of the corded, because I am a big fan of the T-liner. I think right now, for me personal, with my experience, those are the best trimmer in the game for me. I have the FX trimmers, but I don't really like those. So I'm gonna stick with what I know at this point until I find something better.
Yeah, that's one thing that I like to say. Clippers, just like any piece of equipment, you might be a contractor out there, you might be a painter, you like a certain paintbrush. If you're a contractor, you like a particular wrench or set of tools. In the barbering game, a lot of people might want to go with the Babyliss trimmers, the FXs, but just because a lot of barbers on YouTube is giving them a thumbs up and certain people love them, don't mean they're going to work good for everybody. You got to find out what piece of equipment works best for you. And sometimes that means you might have to go through a few clippers, or if you can't afford to buy them, ask a barber in the shop, somebody that you're close enough with, to be like, hey, let me use your trimmers for a couple of cuts. Let me see how they are before I go out and purchase them.
That's a good idea.
Clippers are very expensive. They're not cheap these days. Then the prices are going up higher and higher. So, I don't encourage anybody to just go out there and keep buying clippers and testing them. But I do think, if you're in a shop with other barbers and you're close enough, you got a close enough relationship with somebody, just ask them, can I use your clippers for a few cuts? Let me get a feel for them, because I'm in the market of buying something to enhance my game. Me personally, I want to look into the Oyster Fast Feeds.
I
used to use the corded version years ago, and I really loved them. Looked at some reviews online. There were some positive reviews, so I want to look at the cordless version of the Fast Feeds and see how I like them. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to love them, because I'm a big fan of the Andes Masters. Grew up cutting hair with the Andes Masters, the corded version, that is. Went and purchased a cordless version of the Andes Masters, and I can't stand them. I just don't like them. I see a lot of people online using them, and they love them. Me personally, I don't know if it was just because I got a bad pair, but I don't like them. So I'm still trying to find that perfect fade clipper, so I'm out there in that market pretty much. So I think it's very important. I think it's very important to invest in yourself, invest in your tool game. And that's one thing that I plan on doing in the early part of this year, to try to step my game up, take it to the next level.
Yes, always invest in yourself. Always invest in yourself. With that, we're going to let y'all continue rocking with y'all New Year Day, whether y'all sleeping, working off a hangover, or if you at work. You know what I'm saying? So we will see y'all later. If y'all like this, you know what to do. Hit the like, hit the subscription, subscribe, hit the notification. And we'll talk to you all later. Anything, last words?
That's about it, man. Once again, I want to thank y'all for checking out the Cuts and Styles show. And Happy New Year 2023.
All right, I'm T Styles.
All right, and I'm Cuts by Dre, and we out.
All right.